evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the eISL powered by Coca-Cola with Hero as our associate sponsor, Nordwind Gaming as our esports partner, and PlayStation as our platform partner. Now, you know us, but what you don't know is how exciting this matchup is gonna be right here up and coming, Azim. So I have to ask you, for Odisha, only one match played. They are coming into this with that loss, but with that only one match, it becomes that question again: data versus no data. So what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it was quite interesting. I think Shubham had quite interesting tactics. I think he likes to favor a lot of like long balls and stuff. But quickly, let's take you through our tournament format for those of you who are just joining. Of course, it's a 4-month-long tournament, 11 teams, 22 players, 3 games per match, so 2 one-on-ones and a co-op. Finals to be played 19 to 21st March, with only 4 teams making it to that. And then finally, the road to the FIFA Global Series. The 2 winners will go up against each other as enemies in a full Squid Game twist to find out who will represent India at the FGS 2022. And of course, what they're playing for is a prize pool of totally 78 lakhs, 15 lakhs for first place, 7.5, 5 and 2.5 respectively as it goes down. And of course, lots of players, we've seen a lot of spectacular individual performances. MVP gets an additional 4 lakhs.
Yeah, there's a lot on the line for these players, but I think the immediate focus for both of these teams is going to be to try and continue on. So let's take a look at the leaderboard to get a judge of exactly where these teams stand. Now you could see for the side of Odisha FC, of course, they've only played one match and that has been a loss, but they will be looking to redeem that loss and build up on the form. Now, likewise, the other way around, you can see Northeast United, they've only lost one, and recently they beat our second place team in FC Goa, so they are on a good streak of form.
Yeah, and I think the game that they lost was a little bit of a blip for them, because they've looked very, very solid. Of course, they didn't actually manage to win any of their matches, any of their games in the last match, apart from the co-op game. So we know both of them are very, very defensively organized. We know that we spoke to Mufu in the last interview we did with him, and he's a bit of an unconventional player. I think he prides himself on the fact that he does different things that not a lot of people would ordinarily try. But first up, we have Imad Rocks going up against Tukal TV. And of course, then we have Mufu Burani against Shubham Tum 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 Tum. How many tums? The last time it was, I felt bad for the designer, because just one of the M's had escaped into the next line, and he would have been very distraught about that. But managed to fit it all in one line this time. I don't think he was thinking about esports producers when he gave himself this gamer handle. As we have a look at the players, of course, Odisha FC playing only their second game. I love that almost the Wakanda themed jersey that they have, black and purple. Definitely my favorite Hero ISL jersey of the lot. And in the red and black, we have Northeast United FC. And yeah, let's quickly take a look at the head-to-head. We have Imad, who's 21, Aman Dugal, that's his actual full name, on 24. Imad Rocks has a skill level of 1790, and Dugal, of course, is in the elite division, which is you could say slightly a rung lower in terms of online rating than Imad Rocks. So let's see how things pan out today.
Yeah, absolutely. We're getting to see much more of a closer matchup I'm expecting with this, especially because, as you mentioned, Northeast United FC, they are the kind of team that like to play their own style, and that will help them a little bit because they don't have much data on Odisha. It's going to be hard to anti-strat them and try to come up with a specific tactic to beat them. So the game plan for Northeast United really just has to be, let's stick to our guns and maybe try to adapt to what Odisha might throw out on the table, because they do have especially the matchup against FC Goa to look at as a clear-cut understanding. But for now, no more predictions or any of that. So we don't have to wonder anymore. We're going to go straight into the matchup. It's going to be Imad Rocks starting us off, and instantly I'm noticing a high pressure line from the side of Dugal, but not exactly constant pressure, so maybe just on the heavy touches.
Yeah, possibly just a heavy touch, or maybe a press on possession loss, because that just presses for 7 seconds, and then you're back to your regular shape. You do see some players also favoring a balanced pressure setup just to begin with. But for now, we do see Odisha FC in the black and the purple, the Wakanda Forever jersey, and Northeast United FC in their away jersey, which is all white. So let's see. Not a lot of pointers really to tell us how Dougal prefers to play. We've just honestly seen him just the one time, and can't really gauge that much based on just one performance. I think we've learned a lot about Northeast after watching them play now 3 times. This is their fourth game. And let's see what they can do. We see Imad now trying to go very direct. They do favor a direct sort of game, both these players. And will he go
Oh,
for the cutback? Yes, he does. Oh,
oh.
almost the perfect little bit of tiki taka over there, but the right place, right time. And now on the counter attack, Google will be looking to get in behind as quickly and as frequently as possible. And he finds Cruyff over there. He's got Ronaldo Nazario over there going for the 1-2, not quite working out. He's got Pele at the edge of the box. I think we may see a couple of long-range finesse shots because both these teams have scored from those in the past. And probably going to see Lionel Messi on at some point if they're struggling to break down the defense.
Yeah, the Ballon d'Or winner has certainly been prolific in the eISL this week, coming on as a super sub in several games, and Akshat even choosing to start him. But right now, back to the Northeast United boys, and Madrox trying to once again get his attack through. And as you mentioned, very direct play we noticed from him, very decisive on how he wants to approach the box. And now got Ronaldo on the run. I thought might have gone for the through ball, but instead playing it safe. And this is important once again. We've seen how crucial momentum can be.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Ooh,
My
yeah,
heart.
went for that finesse shot very early, but I think just did not have enough power on it, and maybe was a little too far out for that to actually be effective. But I think for Imad, it's also now a process of trying to get the tackle wrong over there, but trying to suss out and understand how his opponent plays. And he's going, oh, was that a handball in the box? Well, it's not going to be given. It is a corner, taken shot. He's definitely going to try to cross it in over here, and well covered over there. It was Maldini at the back post, but well marshalled by the duo of midfield bouncers, that is Patrick Vieira and Ruud Gullit. And I think for Imad, it's also the first sort of 20-30 minutes of this game is to understand a bit about his opponent.
Yeah.
Because as we said, not a lot of scouting data available to him. Yes, they will have played a few practice matches against each other and whatnot, but when you're playing on LAN, it's a completely different thing. A little bit of a giveaway over there, using Pele, twisting left and right, trying to create that opening. Now with Eusebio, almost the opening over there with Mbappe. Will he go for the shot? Oh, gets that completely wrong. Timed finish, not timed at all. And that's out for a goal kick.
Yeah, I thought they deflected, but just complete scuff right there, and it's going to give Dougal an opportunity to attack back before the defense can settle in. But unfortunately, the scoop is just picked out, and once again, Imad back on the counter, has Ronaldo on the run, but not going to take it up. He's playing much more slower, I think, definitely, as you pointed out, trying to get a lot more of that data. And so far, what I think he can understand is that Dougal happy to give him that little bit of space and take the last challenge rather than committing immediately. And this should give him a little bit more time rather than going direct. Goes for the roulette, but
yeah, I mean, he's getting there. He's getting closer and closer. With each move, he's like getting a meter closer to the goal with each trick. And now just, I think Vieira would be a bit dizzy after all that turning around. But thankfully, dizziness does not impact players in FIFA 22. This is well worked. He's using Eusebio. Will he go for the cutback? He does, but again, as we've noticed, players have got wise to that, and players have also found out that occasionally that gives you a goal kick, despite the fact that it should be a corner based on what we saw.
yeah, I guess somehow it hit the after the deflection hit the player once again, but definitely sus. But Dougal will be happy. He'll take it. Definitely take that. And now on the attack once again. The trouble he's really finding is finding that final pass to the playmaker to set up the play. He's repeatedly running into interceptions, and I think for him maybe trying to control the ball a little bit more will help with just settling into his groove and his mojo.
Yeah, and I just briefly saw very urgent whispering coming from Mufo on the side. So maybe he's told him to do something different, to try something out. Oh, that worked well, and just a little too far behind, and I think he's offside after that shot. But clearly something has been whispered into the ear of Imad to get him to try something different. Maybe a weakness that Mufu has spotted that is not immediately apparent to Imad. So let's see if there is the any kind of switch up in how they're approaching it. It's kind of difficult to know if Dougal has any kind of discernible game plan or style right now. He's just it's been a mix of things. He's tried to go in behind. He's tried to do the building from the back. He's trying to just walk the ball forward wherever possible. Now going a bit direct, but well marshaled again. The defense that we've seen from Northeast United FC, both boys, has been really impressive throughout this tournament. Of course, didn't quite work out for them against Hyderabad, I believe. But for now, they're got Imad Rocks, who's well, he's shifting him around here and there. That's that's a nice dummy to create space. And again, just once he reaches there, the very passive defense, and that's in. Surely, is it? No, it's wide. He's headed it wide. I don't think you can quite believe that that's gone wide. But it's and I think that's half time, is it, or is it a pause? No, I think it's half time.
Yeah, and Mufu, you can see definitely getting the coach Mufu hat on and helping him out. Yeah, I'm especially interested to see how these players approach changes now, because as we've been talking about, like for the side of Odisha, there's not been much data available, but one half of play, and we've seen, I think the only noticeable pattern I'm seeing from Dougal is the fact that he likes to change up the pace of the play a lot, plays very slow for a period of time, and then randomly goes for the direct pass, trying to catch Imad maybe in a lapse of concentration. But so far, as we've talked about the Northeast United boys, they've been very good on defense. There are no lapses of concentration.
Yeah, and I mean, attack is where they have struggled a little bit over there. That header from Eusebio, maybe the ball a little too high for him able to control it and get it into that corner. But you can see on defense, Dougal is pretty much just parking that bus. He has no interest in coming out and pressing that ball high. He's like, you know what, I'm set up, I'm compact, you come and break me down. And if you can do that, then fair play to you. So I think in that sense, maybe Imad needs to just speed up what he's doing a little bit, because he's allowing pretty much that entire block of 6 players, 4 defenders, 2 midfielders, to just be in position. He's got Mbappe in a position now of some... well, gets lucky with that little back heel back again. Oh, that's beautifully worked. And that should be the goal. It is the goal unless he's offside, which he is not. And it is the goal finally, that pressure paying off for Imad. He's been camped inside the box. A little shushing celebration. Although I think Odisha FC are not making a lot of noise on the side. So a bit unfair over there. But that worked out pretty well for him. Again, that little lobbed through ball needed that little bit of innovation. And finally managed to found it. You can see little bit of frustration punching the air, and Dougal, well, not much he could do about that. That was just really well played by Imad.
It's very well set up, and I think for Dougal it really just has to be about trying to find some sort of momentum in this match now, because as you said, we've not seen a clear-cut indication of what he wants to do. It's been continuously shut down by Imad, just like that attacking play was too, and now once again Imad ready for the counter, but with 1 goal in the bag already, he's not going to have any sort of urgency to his play.
Yeah, and I think now he's gonna, I mean, he has been honestly taking his time while building, and that's almost a great through ball, but Pele over there well marshaled by Paolo Maldini, the Italian legend, AC Milan legend as well. And let's see what Dougal can bring to the table now, because up to here he's fine. But once he reaches the box, a little short of ideas, needs a little bit of inspiration, maybe a little bit of magic, maybe something that we saw, something like what we saw from Imad over there, where a little bit of innovation, something unexpected, and over here again needs to beat him, and there you go, the unexpected, the little elastico over there working the space for the shot, wins the corner. That's more like it from Dougal.
Yeah, absolutely, and now trying to continue the pressure, but Cruyff running it down the line, gets tackled by Eusebio of all players, not expecting that, but hey, what we are expecting is a really good through ball here for the counter. Pele's got it through, can he take the shot?
Will he go for the chip? No! Brings the keeper out perfectly, he timed that just right. Dougal, it would have been very tempting for him to just bring that keeper out and try to clear the ball, but got that just right. And now Imad looks like he's going for the kill. I think he wants that second goal, he wants to put this game to bed. got Mbappe over here. Let's see what he can do. Lovely little turn, and surely no, it's blocked by Maldini, and oh my goodness, bit of pinball in there. And now on the counter attack, Dougal, can he go with pace, with precision? Because he can't allow Mufu to settle. There you go. Just gives the ball away. Not quite happening on attack for Dougal. I think his defense has been largely all right, but attacking little short of ideas. And honestly, one goal could decide this game right now because Dougal fairly set on defense. Both players actually a little short of ideas in that final third. Although of course Imad has had the better chances and the better of it overall. Nothing really clear cut has come out for Odisha so far.
Yeah, and usually when hold on to that thought. I thought Doyle might have a chance, but unfortunately not. Imad gets it back. But yeah, I was saying usually when I'm struggling to get through the center, my immediate thought is let's try a couple of crosses. Maybe if we can get a goal there, put some pressure on him, may force him to stretch his defense, then we can go back to the center. But that sort of creativity or adaptation we haven't really seen from Dougal just yet. And Imad having a free game so far, not feeling as much pressure as he normally would. Because of that free-flowing football so far, but an interception is key. Can this counter make it?
Yeah, no. Well, the short answer to that is no. And now, well, he had the opportunity to play that first time to Ronaldo in the box, but yeah, he's very happy to take his time over here. No real urgency required. Just needs to make sure no stupid mistakes, no giveaways and turnovers. Waiting for that moment, waiting for the tackle to come. Is that a penalty? It is the penalty. He punches the air. Baited him into that. Like you could see that he was just waiting for the tackle to come in. And now where's it going to go? We see maybe he's going to give him the eyes because he's very apparently putting it into the right corner. And yeah, not complicating that at all, because of course for people who are familiar with the game, you'll know that as the player aims to the right, his head subtly turns to the right as well. So you can sort of tell where he's looking. But you can of course change that at the last moment. But no complication there from Imad. And this is seeming now like a fairly straightforward 2-0 for him. Just have a look at his first goal over here. That was beautifully worked. And then a little bit of desperation, I think, from Dougal, trying to win that ball back desperately. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be a good start to this tie for Northeast United FC.
Yeah, and I have to say, given the way this tie is going, it does seem like it's going to be a very difficult affair, even perhaps in co-op, because of how strong we've seen Imad and Mufu look in that co-op game, as we mentioned in the pre-show, right? In their last matchup, it was the co-op game through which they found the points. If they're able to win their individual games already, that's going to give them like a huge flow of confidence because they have that co-op to rely on.
Yeah, absolutely. And for now, let's see. Dougal will really, he's got taken off one Ronaldo, brought on the other Ronaldo. He's brought Messi on as well. Got Ginola on for Pele. So an entirely refreshed front line, you could say, for Odisha FC. But what can they do with it? We see Zidane on the ball over there. Now, this is where the inspiration has just been a bit lacking.
Okay.
Oh, he finds the way through, but no, just can't. There was the wrong player in that position. You wanted one of your forward players to be there to collect that. He's going to go for the ball over the top now to find Salah. And, well, picked up there by Messi. No harm done. And, yeah, now he can just completely take his time and... approach this how. Oh, what a lovely bit of skill over there, and look for the cross. Surely gonna do it.
What?
And misses. What? Oh my goodness! After all that work, that could probably have been one of the moves of the season, because he bamboozled Dougal completely with that. And now Dougal has the opportunity. Nope, just that final third is just not working out for him. Let's see another opportunity for Imad now to show us what he's got tricks-wise. There you go. Going for the finish shot into the corner with Messi. Oh, you beauty, Imad! Absolutely smashed that into the top corner. Messi stands on the stands and celebrates with the Northeast United FC virtual fans. And wow, that was absolutely special. Brilliant stuff there. And it is of course now 3-0. I think probably a fair reflection of the game, because unfortunately for Odisha FC, Dougal hasn't really offered much in an attacking capacity. He's been solid defensively, but not much going forward. Just looked like he's lacked a few ideas. Maybe just he's still easing into the tournament right now. And again, you see that ball played in behind. He's got Salah, he's got Messi. Will he pass that off? No need to. It is 4, and yeah, this is going to be demoralizing now for Tuchel. You can see him just bit of a grimace over there, just a bit of a wry smile, saying, "Okay, yes, it's not my day,"
Yeah.
and no mercy there from Imad.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you mentioned too, right? Maybe just acclimatizing still to the tournament itself, because we have to remember this is just Odisha's second match here. It is a LAN environment, and I doubt a lot of these players are used to that. Yeah, I'm sure they go to a lot of cafes, playing with friends and all of that, but there's not much pressure when you're doing that. There's a lot of pressure when you're representing a full-on organization
Ooh,
like
could be
Odisha. But
5 here. Oh, referee showing mercy there. Referee showing a bit of mercy. And Imad gets the gets the win. 4 goals scored. A comprehensive 4-0 for Imad as Northeast United FC take the lead in this tie. And second game now crucial. I think Shubham had a decent game in his first outing. And of course, he is up against Mufu Barani, who's in incredible form at the moment. So all to play for. High pressure game for Odisha FC. He'll want to try to at least, at bare minimum, get a draw out of this so that they can take this to the final co-op game. And as we see there, it is 4-0, comprehensive, a bit of a thrashing by the end of it for Northeast United FC, and Dugal TV will be hoping to bounce back from that as soon as he can.
yeah, absolutely. I think it's especially important to see how Shubham is now able to at least rally back some confidence, if not the match itself, because I think for the Odisha FC boys, it's all about trying to end this match and, of course, the game as well on a high note. But taking a look at the highlights of this game, you can see a lot of situations where both of those players going for that hero shot, that edge of the box finesse, but it only worked out that one time for our golden boy, the Ballon d'Or winner.
Yeah, and that was absolutely beautiful. But we saw some good play by Imad Rocks. There you see the lovely little bits of skill in the box. Bit annoyed that that one didn't go in for him. It was pretty close until sort of the 70 something minute, because it was just 1-0 till then. But once that second goal went in, you could see Tuchel just decided that he's going to go for broke and try to rescue the situation, and left himself so open to the counter attack. This was a lovely first goal. Again, I think in both places, just using that little double tap X pass to just get a little elevation of the ball to not allow the defender to cut it out. And we see over here coming very close, and now going for the roulette and the tackle, a bit clumsy over there, knocking that into the bottom corner. Great penalty taken. And at that moment, I think he knew the game was won. After that, he's just having a little bit of fun, as we see over there. This was so good. I mean, it deserved a goal, and Salah somehow conspiring to head it wide. But it was about to get better with that incredible finesse shot into the top corner. I think he spotted the keeper maybe covering the near post off his line a little bit, and gets the applause from his teammate as well.
So right there on the second goal too, right? It was right after the header from Salah. I noticed Salah was clear, like running through. Could have been passed by Messi. This time Messi's like, nah, I'm not kidding. I get fooled by you twice. You missed that clear-cut header. I'll show you how it's done. And damn, that was really good. 5.3 EXG for the side of Northeast United, and not even one for Odisha. I think that tells you the story of the match.
Yeah, and it does look like, I mean, even if you look at the passing figures, like Odisha did pass the ball around a fair amount, but nothing constructive really coming from that. Only 2 shots coming in that entire game from them, and 1 on target out of that. Whereas you look at Northeast United with 11 shots, 73% accuracy, so probably 8 out of 11 shots on target over there. And now it's round 2. Shubham has a big job on his hands. He's of course 1900 skill level player, so he is maybe you could say the senior member in this Odisha FC team, going up against Mufu, who's an elite division player, 18 years of age, but in some good form, very unpredictable, very mercurial kind of player, very solid in defense and unpredictable in attack. So no great pointers either way for this one, and let's see if Shubham can. I mean, every game that we've done together has gone to co-op. So let's hope that tradition continues. Let's see what Shubham can do right now.
Yeah, I mean, if the pattern continues, we definitely will be set up for a close co-op game, but we'll have to see because Mufu, as you said, he's been in amazing form. It's not just the form that captivates me, it's the confidence with which he approaches it. As you can note, just 18 years of age, so young, and because he's the elite division player, perhaps the junior player in the squad itself, but it hasn't seemed like that. Like for Northeast United, I'm definitely getting much more of a vibe where both of the players are very close to each other, and both of the players expect each other to be on that first player level of performance. So I want to see if Mufu is able to continue his form, because the next step for them is those individual performances. They have their confidence in the co-op already, and for that step, well, half of it is done. Imad able to get the win. Let's see if Mufu is able to follow.
Yeah, and I think the first game that they won, they did manage to both win their individual matches, and the third game was sort of a bit of a formality. Of course, as neutrals and for all of our viewers, we don't want that to happen. We do want this to go to the final game, so there's something at stake and something for everyone to cheer about. But we see them now, a lot of intensity in that screen, and as we see, so got a small glimpse that there look like the two Ronaldos playing together, one at centre forward and one at sort of attacking midfield. And yeah, they've agreed on the tactics, and let's go, says Imad, and I think we should be ready to go in just a few seconds.
Yeah, the players look just about ready, and so are we. I'm excited. I'm certainly hoping that we get at least a close affair, if not like a close affair that sets us up for another close match in the co-op. But we don't have to wonder any longer. We're gonna jump straight into the matchup. It's gonna be Mufu for Northeast United FC starting us off in the kickoff with the ball, and immediately, like, not many big changes, but Roberto Carlos is not like Theo Hernandez.
Yeah, Roberto Carlos may be wanting to get a, I don't know, better cross on him or better shooting. Maybe thinking about free kicks as something, as an avenue to score from. But it's quite interesting. I'm not sure we saw that from Mufu in the last game, so maybe he's picked up on something and has a certain game plan in mind. And of course, we do see Ronaldinho is one of his favorites. The only player so far we've seen using Ronaldinho, and we see Ronaldo waltzing through over there. But and of course, the familiar sight of Diego Maradona back in Mufu's squad. That's a great ball played over the top and well defended. Needed to get that absolutely spot on. Using the left foot of Van der Sar, I wouldn't trust that on most days, but sure, worked out well enough. And Mufu very direct, no nonsense. He doesn't want to mess about with building plays and moving the ball around. He just wants to get to the goal as soon as possible. Right now, of course, forced to move the ball around a little bit, but on the counter attack, you're going to see him be very direct, very instinctive. And let's see what he can do now as he gives the ball away, but wins it straight back, so no harm done. Quick reflexes over there to make sure he had the right player selected to win that ball back. And for now, sort of starving Shubham off the ball. Shubham also not particularly interested in pressing too hard. A little bit of press, yes, but not really losing his shape. And now we see Mufu using Ronaldinho. He loves that Ronaldinho skill over there. We saw an incredible Marseille roulé from him in his last game using Ronaldinho. And you see him the moment there's a player free in the center, he's gonna just fire that ball through. I think that might be offside. No, it's Cafu is onside and well intercepted there. Went for the cutback, but the defender just making it in time. And now Shubham finally on the ball. So let's see what kind of tactics he's going to employ. We've seen one ball over the top which didn't quite work out. So let's see what he's got in his locker.
I mean, from what we saw from the side of the first match from Odisha, it was a bit of a lackluster performance in the attack. So Shubham definitely looking to try to rally that back. But once again, a similar tale, getting intercepted in the midfield because just not fast enough on letting the ball out of his feet. A similar problem was faced in the first match, and it seems like it might be a recurring tale. We'll have to see if he is able to adapt though. But once again, Mufu back on the ball, starving Shubham Bam, and given the fact that they've only
giving it straight back to him. So that's a bit of a cheap giveaway from Mufu. Maybe getting a little overconfident there about where those passes would go and what his players are capable of. But for now, I do think we're going to see some crosses, some long balls from Shubham, because that's what worked for him in his last game. So let's see if he's gonna try and let's see if that was a one-off or he's actually gonna try and make that a concentrated tactic. Getting the corner over here. So let's see what he can do. Is he gonna go short?
Shot
Does
into
look
a
like he
cross.
is going. Yeah, he's probably gonna go short into that cross. Everyone favoring that angle, but no, it sells him the dummy over there. And now on the counter attack, it's Maradona. Well defended over there. Just suffocated him over there. No space, no real pass to make.
Yeah.
So a good defensive shape. That's a
Ronaldo?
lovely bit of skill using Ronaldo. And again, and yeah, this now Shubham slowly starting to flex his muscles a little bit. Just wants to give Mufu a little bit of taste, saying, "Hey, this is who I am. I'm a ranked player. I'm not an elite division player, and let's see what you got."
Oh,
Oh,
really
that's
nice
lovely,
through.
beautiful chip, and again, I think needed to maybe just cut that back because that cutback. I mean, not cut that back, but actually just turn back and move the player because that cutback has become
Hold on.
so predictable. And now going for
Ah.
a scissor kick, unfortunately, just the wrong player for that moment. I don't think Marquinhos is scoring that with his
Yeah.
left foot ever in 5 lifetimes. But
Yeah.
on the counter attack, or not on the counter attack, but on the next attack, let's see, Northeast United FC. No real clear cut chances, so to speak, for now. It's been 34 minutes more or less. We're fast approaching half time. And both players set up defensively very solid, but a fairly similar pattern to the last game, where not that final bit of inspiration in the box not really showing up for each player.
Yeah.
But in this case, it looks like Shubham, who seems the more likely or seems the more
Yep.
the guy who's trying more different things in that box to try and make that opening happen.
Yeah, he seems to be exploring his avenues quite well, but we'll have to see if either player is able to be clinical, right? Because as you mentioned, very much similar pattern. Now, a really nice chip setup for Ronaldo, can go back into the box, but ooh, a bad touch will get it to the
Well,
byline and
yeah,
cleared away.
wins the corner, and you could see over there he realized that I can't just try that same cutback. It's going to be red. So he decided to chop the ball back, and he's got it
Oh,
from Gullit, and the header just past the post. I think probably got a deflection from Cafu on the near post. Will go for that cross again, will he? No. Deciding to change things up a little bit over there. He's got Mbappe on the edge of the area. And now Pele running down the flanks. Does he have anybody in the box ready to pass to? Just Ronaldo and Eusebio, I believe, in there. Not much to do. And Mufu, you can see, always so defensively solid, never allowing you a clear pass into the box. And this time, all the way, he has a
that's
clear
a goal.
cut chance to the box, and that has worked out beautifully for Shubham. Waiting and waiting and waiting for that opportunity, and did say that Shubham was looking the more likely to score, and it has turned out to be the case. And it does
Yeah,
look like our streak at this rate is going to continue of taking
yeah.
games to that final match.
I'm really, really sorry, Mufo. This is the streak that is doing it. But props to be given to Shubham. The idea, as you mentioned, the fact that he's continuously putting pressure on multiple different approaches. There are crosses, there are cutbacks, there's runs that he's trying to get in behind. And this has to keep Mufu guessing, has to leave Mufu exposed at some point. And the patience of Shubham really, really paying off now. Patience, not so much for Mufu. I understand the halftime coming through, but a little ambitious on that long ball.
Yeah, let's see if Shubham tries to go for something at the close of this half. He has got Mbappe in there. Just put the cross in and see if it sticks. No, he's gonna take his time. Ref's probably gonna blow the whistle now. Well, he will definitely now clear the ball, and that is half time. And yeah, 1-0 to Odisha FC at the moment, and Mufu with some work to do. We haven't really seen that, that that mercurial stuff, the unpredictable things that he was doing in the last game.
Yeah.
Not quite happening for Mufu today. Hasn't really managed to get any kind of real control over the game so far, and generally it's been. I mean, this was actually pretty straightforward. I think he expected him to stop over there because it's very rare that you just see, and we saw pretty much Saranj do this as well. Just took the player and ran down the byline, and players have got so used now to just that player stopping, trying to do a skill move, trying to do just some kind of a trickery over there, and sometimes when you just walk straight through, it takes you by surprise.
Yeah, I mean, we heard it from Naveen, right? It's that little bit of adaptation when you're realizing that your opponents aren't necessarily playing the pressure game, when they're staying back and giving you that extra teensy bit of space. You can abuse it that way, pushing it to the byline. As you said, we saw it from Saranj, now we see it from Shubham, and we are back into the matchup, and we'll have to see if Mufu is able to show some of his unconventional tactics and try to draw this matchup, or if Shubham is able to find that first game win of this matchup for Odisha FC. It's going to be Shubham with the kickoff, and definitely going to just play the same way, try to control the ball, starve Mufu, but Mufu this time not staying back. The pressure is on, so definitely a tactical change, not a player change.
Yeah, and well, I think also for Odisha FC, just in terms of the table, it's important to get this particular win, because the win would take them off the bottom of the table by virtue of goal difference, which is strange because they've actually played less matches than ATK MB, but the ATK MB's negative goal difference is so high that even just a single win over here would take Odisha off that dreaded bottom of the table. But for now, it's Odisha FC winning that ball back. And let's see what he's going to do. Is he going to use Mbappe? No, he's going to take his time now. Interesting to see now how Shubham adapts. Is he going to take more and more time on the ball, try to wind that clock down, or is he going to try to go for the kill? It does look like the latter, but well worked on defense. And now Mufu needs to get that unpredictability going, right? To start doing something different, almost something different over there, but well read in the end by Shubham. And Odisha FC again going to take their time, patiently keep building and see if they can score that second goal.
Mufu continuously trying to keep the press up though, but it is meaning that there are a lot more gaps in the defense as compared to the first half, giving Shubham a lot more room to try his moves, get the pass in, going for exactly that, but
there you go, a little bit of a change to the formula over there. Instead of directly cutting it back, he turned away and then turned back in. Just confusing Mufu a little bit, putting him in a situation that he hasn't been in before, because a lot of these players, you could say, almost have, like, you know, theoretical book knowledge of what their opponents are going to do, but got to make it different in practice, and that's what Shubham has been doing so far. And let's see what he can put together, moving that ball left to right, side to side, waiting patiently for that opening, and the opening may just have appeared, but there you go, he's found Pele. And yeah, the trick not quite working, and Mufu needs to make his possession count now. He's not, I can't really recall, apart from maybe that one header, that there's been anything really for Shubham to feel unduly concerned about in defense. Yeah. So lots for Mufu to do, and for a player who's generally so unpredictable, to not be able to pretty much even get a decent shot away is quite surprising, although that could all change. He's going for the finesse shot, and I thought that was in. Just over the crossbar. And that's more of what we want to see from Mufu, right? Yeah. He created that space. Suddenly the defense is backed off of him. He's got a free shot from Pele, and I actually think he'll be disappointed he didn't manage to get that right and into the corner, because there was no pressure on him.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm hoping he is able to take the positive that, you know, there is still enough time to try and find opportunities like that and come back, because I think that will be a bit of a wake-up call for Shubham to try and maintain the pressure, go for that killing blow, but so far he's not been able to get it, loses the ball in midfield, and suddenly the counter is on for Mufu. But slowing down just a teensy bit, is able to get it down to Ronaldinho in the final third.
Oh, and he's down Maradona. Wow! And he goes for it, but I think he's offside for sure. Yeah, there he is, he's offside. So clearly Mufu thinking that long shots or shots from the edge of the box, those finesse shots, those timed shots is the way to go. Maybe, I don't know, is it even a sign of resignation, saying, you know what, I can't find my way through this defense with grounded passes. So maybe I'm just going to try something different and try to just, you know, have a punt, buy a ticket, maybe you win the lottery. That's basically what long range finesse shots are all about. And it's about working, because he found Pele in acres of space, and that was barely a matter of inches there. I think both of them looked at that and they thought that it was in all the way. Again with Maradona, working it onto his left foot. The flying Edwin van der Sar there to deny him. And I think, well, it's offside, otherwise there may well have been a corner. We see Ronaldo on for Pele. So interesting, maybe a tactic that we might see more crosses and more long balls coming in from Shubham now. Because using that aerial ability of Ronaldo, Pele, of course, one of the best players you can have within FIFA 22 and the entire foot ecosystem. But I mean,
Yeah.
every player does have eventually some weakness, and Pele's weakness, of course, is his aerial ability.
Yeah, absolutely. But Mufu himself, going for a change, has switched to the 4-2-2-2. I think getting Pele off the wing and now into the striking partnership with Ronaldo. More than freeing up Pele, what I'm excited for this formation is the way it frees up Ronaldinho in that cam spot. Because whenever I see Ronaldinho for Mufu, I'm thinking about those roulettes, those flicks, and those moments of skill that he's able to pull off. So maybe we'll be able to do that here. So far, though, Shubham has looked very good on that defensive side, and you can see continuously keeping that pressure, but not constant. Just
Yeah.
when the
There
ball
we
gets
go,
heavy touch.
Ronaldinho on the
Ooh.
ball, but Ronaldo not quite able to do the trick that he was hoping. And now using that long ball in behind defense, he's got the pace of Cristiano Ronaldo, the power as well to hold that ball up.
Oh,
Oh, that's a lovely ball roll, scoop turn, and unfortunately it doesn't happen. Four players committed on attack, so now it's going to be, well, 2v4. Is he going to go for the 1-2-1-2? No, not quite. Not quite. The passing not quite happening for Mufu today in that final third, and that's well worked. Surely he's going to abuse that pace. There you go. And now will he look for the cross? Will he look for a shot? Well, he's looking for something. Oh, that's lovely. That's a little ball roll and a scoop turn again.
oh. Just beautifully set up that through ball. I don't think either player, I mean, the side of Mufu saw it coming. It's the change of pace once again that I'm seeing from Odisha FC. We saw glimpses of it in the first match, but Shubham much more clinical with that change of pace. Like, is able to build up slowly and then quickly make these direct runs. And
Oops.
unfortunately,
Ooh.
bit of tech issue.
Yeah.
We'll get that resolved real quick, and we will let you know exactly what has happened and what it will mean. But as I was saying, like that change of pace, that change of tempo, it is really cool to see because I don't think we've seen that from many teams before.
Yeah, it's definitely refreshing to see that. And again, you like to see direct attacking play. Now with this disconnection, it probably means that we will just play out the remaining number of minutes in a
Yeah.
new game with pretty much the same players, the same conditions. And well, Mufu will have a team full of full stamina to do constant press, so maybe slight advantage for him. Let's see how it works out. We should have a rematch made very, very soon. A little bit of chatting and banter across the table. Maybe accusations across the table saying, "Hey, why you pulled internet plug? Why you do this? I was winning." Uh, but yeah, we're quickly gonna have a chat with one of the players from Northeast United FC. Let's see what they have to say. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Imad Jamil Ahmed. I'm from Bangalore and I'll be representing Northeast United FC.
Hi, I'm Mufaddal Burhani. I'm from Surat. I'm 18 years old and I'm going to be representing Northeast United. It was a new opportunity for me because unlike other players, it was my first tournament. I've never played in any tournament before. So I was very excited and I've come here hoping to prove that I can win this thing. When the opportunity came around, I was very excited since it's the first time an event of this magnitude is happening in India. And the FIFA community is thankful to the league and the stakeholders since it's a very big thing for us. When we came to Delhi, we didn't know anything like how's it all gonna go and how's the tournament going to go. So we won our first match and we were very happy about it. But in the second match, we struggled and we had some issues, and we'll rectify that and we'll come back stronger.
Northeast United FC are known for their great defending, and we try to put that on the virtual pitch as well. The league know that we have the best defense and they underestimate our attack as well. But they should know that we still have a long way to go and there are loads of games to come ahead.
We are used to 1v1s, but co-op is something very unique in this tournament. And it's hard for us because we've known each other for like 1 week, and some players here have known each other for like 3 to 4 years, have played together, but doesn't mean that we can't perform well in co-op. We'll work hard and together I'm sure we can become the best team in co-op as well.
This is not my first LAN event. I've gone to many LAN events in Bangalore, I have the experience and I'm very confident for the next few games. Although for my teammate, it's his first LAN event and I will make sure that I help my teammate and guide him for the rest of the matches.
It's my first competitive tournament, but I'm confident I can get through this with the help of my teammate, and I'm sure he'll guide me with his past experiences.
All the 11 teams are very strong, but there's one team which is out there that are special, which is Chennai NFC. They look strong and seem the best and favorites to win this.
We're definitely the dark horses here, but we are not afraid of any team. Even the best teams out there right now is Chennai, definitely, but we're not afraid of them, and I'm very sure people will recognize us once we win the tournament.
My first game was against Mumbai City, and I will never forget that match as I scored a screamer with Pele, which went on the top right corner.
My favorite moment until now has to be the first match. It was my first LAN tournament, and the win helped me calm down. And I'm looking forward to the next matches as I can prove myself. I'd like to take this opportunity to send my gratitude towards friends and family, and especially the Northeast United fans who have been supporting us. I'll make sure we'll not let you down.
My name is Jaspreet Singh Dugal and I am 24 years old. I am from Hyderabad.
My name is Shubham Jadhav. I am 21 years old. I am born and raised from the city of Mumbai.
And I represent
Odisha FC.
I really like FIFA a lot. I think I am very good at it. And I think I can win the eISL tournament.
I am passionate about the football game. It's the best game in the world, and that's what brought me here.
It's been a very proud moment for me for playing for Odisha FC.
I know the team Odisha is based on its fans, and with my gameplay, I'm gonna make them proud. So keep supporting us, guys.
My name is Amal Jamil Ahmed and I'm from Bangalore. I'm 21 years old.
I'm Mufaddal Burhani from Surat. I'm 18 and I'm going to be representing
Northeast United FC. I hope I can make the fans and the club proud.
I started watching football 10 years back. I fell in love with the game watching Ronaldinho play.
The passion started 3 years ago when I started watching FC Barcelona matches and highlights.
And I wanted to represent that on the virtual pitch. I think we can win this tournament with hard work and the support of our fans.
Watch us and support us in the streams and we will not disappoint you guys.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the eISL. We are in the game 2 currently between Odisha FC and Northeast United FC. And to give you a recap, we faced a bit of a technical issue. The match did unfortunately close up. So the way we're going to go about it is that we're going to restart and the players get 9 minutes because that was what was remaining. So it's 9 minutes for Mufu to pull off the impossible, Azim.
Yeah, and I mean, a little bit of an advantage to him in the restart because obviously full stamina players and obviously they can be on constant press. He's got his Ronaldinho, and obviously the change in momentum might help him, and he gets a shot away immediately. So Shubham immediately on the back foot, and well, only 6 minutes of in-game time left. So goes straight in for it, and Van der Sar collects, goes onto the ground. Yeah, I mean, he can probably see this out, bouncing the ball, checking that it's all fine. He's got Maradona right on his tail over there, and kicking that ball away as far from the goal as he can. And well, it's the throw. 4 minutes only of time left for Northeast United FC. So it does look, of course, the net score is 2-0 at this point. So one goal is probably the best that Mufu will manage over here, if at all. And he's found Maradona in the box. Nope, it does look like this game is going to go the way of Odisha FC, and we are going to have yet another co-op decider. And there you go, ball's kicked out of play. It's all over here. Mufu unfortunately not working for him. A little thumbs up from Shubham. He would have been sweating just at that moment when Mufu was on the charge and got that corner. But job well done, and now it's back again. It's finding out how their co-op skills are, how coordinated they are. Obviously, that little break would probably have favored Mufu a bit more, just to gather himself, collect his thoughts. We can see the first game, Imad Rocks completely dominating Dugal 4-0, and Shubham a short performance, you would have to say, to get his 2-0. And now, well, there's two players, Mufu and Dugal, who need to pick themselves up for that co-op game. And we do get to have a look at the goals that Shubham managed to score a few chances before that as well. Mufu honestly didn't create much, you have to say, for Northeast United FC. All the chances really falling the way of Odisha, and you see just at the end of half-time running straight down that byline and just chopping it back for an empty net for Ronaldo 9 to finish it into. And then we did see a nice bit of individual skill for that 2-0 from Shubham. We get to see that a little bit, yeah, there you go. Again, using that cutback to his advantage. That time, of course, it didn't quite work out, but it was nice to see the variety. He wasn't always going just for that straight, simple pass. This one was probably the closest that Mufu came, and that's probably the best compliment you can pay to someone's defense when they're only restricted to these two shots outside the box. You know that Shubham organized his defense really, really well. And yeah, this was a lovely pass, a little roulé over there, shot fake, banging it into that corner with the left foot of, was it Cruyff or Ginola with the hair? It's sometimes difficult to make sense of it. But given the weak foot was so strong, my bets would be on Ginola. And now a bit of talking over here, a bit of tactics. And let's see, they've been pretty good with co-op. But I don't know, maybe looking a little flustered, a little annoyed right now, the both of them. But let's see if they can sort this all out before kickoff, and hopefully we'll get to see what the dynamic is on the other end at Odisha FC as well. I think Dugal will be feeling better about life, knowing that there's still a game to play, there's still something to fight for. And Shubham, of course, is the leader in that team. And a lot of tactical discussions happening over here. I think a few controllers being used as markers for players to say, like, this is where you pass, this is how I move, this is what we got to do. But I think their best were left to when they're playing on instinct, and we haven't seen that instinct really from Mufu, at least today. It's been the opposite, the reverse really of what we saw in that last time out.
I feel like the only time we saw that instinctive play was after we restarted the game. That one opportunity he had, that felt like a Mufu-esque play when he was using Ronaldinho and Ronaldo's ball control just phenomenally, but still not able to go the full distance the way we saw him go earlier. And I think that's where is going to come down a lot to Imad to try to make sure Mufu has that confidence, because we've seen what things he can do when he is in his groove. And given the fact that even the first match, right, we know it's a 4-0, but the scoreline doesn't exactly tell us the story of that first game. It was very, very close. It was a cagey affair till that second goal came through, and then the floodgates started opening up. So with Shubham's like a discipline coming in for the co-op, I think that's going to be much, much harder for Imad to just achieve right out of the gate, which is why they're going to have to rely on each other. And for both Mufu and Dugal, I'm excited to see which one of them truly steps up in the score.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously the momentum is with Odisha FC right now, because Shubham getting the win. Obviously he is the leader over there. He's going to need to have a really cool head on his shoulders to not just manage his game, but also make sure Dugal is doing the right things around him. We know all about Northeast United FC's co-op game. They're very, very good when they defend. Do not give you any passing lanes at all. I don't think they've conceded a goal in co-op yet. I could be wrong, but maybe they've conceded just the one. But it's the scoring of goals which has been a bit of a problem traditionally for Northeast United FC so far in this tournament, particularly for Mufu, which is surprising because he's when he's on song, when he's feeling it, when he's in the mood, there's no player quite like him in the eISL. But let's hope that he can pick himself up and find his mojo back again in this game, as the chairs are being shifted about, the controllers are in hands. And see that intensity on Shubham's face, like he wants to get that win, he wants to get the victory. And Dugal is, well, he needs to give him all the help that he can get.
Yeah, so I just looked into the stats, and very close on what you said. They've only conceded one goal ever in their co-op game. So definitely that defensive prowess, something that Odisha have to keep in mind.
Yeah, and here we go. We are off as we see Northeast United FC get the first possession. And we're going to see a lot of those balls played over the top. There you go, starting already with the run from Pere. Well defended, and it'll be interesting to see. We don't really know if Odisha FC have a clear pattern of how they play in co-op. So will be interesting to see how these things work out. For now, taking it slow, just to get and again, you need to mentally switch on to co-op, especially once you've just played a 1v1 game, because it slightly messes with your head when you pass the ball and you're not in control of it anymore. And then you have to focus on movement off the ball, which is something that you rarely do when you're playing a solo game, unless you're doing manual runs or manual player locking. So interesting challenge always to see these guys shift from 1v1 to co-op. And now let's see with Ronaldinho using those skills. Somehow, okay, that is over ambitious. Maradona's right foot. But somehow we've seen Mufu's sort of skill game come alive more in co-op, as we see time wasting already in the 8th minute from Odisha FC. A bit too early for that, boys.
Yeah.
And let's see what they can do. Getting Ronaldo 9 in. Oh, that's beautiful.
Wow.
That's insane. Will he get the cutback? No, he wins the corner this time. Yeah, it is the corner. Referee, no referee scam this time. It is the corner. Ruud Gullit standing unmarked in the box over there. His namesake soon goes to him. And now with Ronaldinho, we do see, I think the red cursor should be Imad. And he goes for that. Clearly, they want to take as many of those long shots as they can. But maybe might be worth taking that time, retaining possession, and actually working a clear-cut opportunity, because the long shot is a bit of a lottery.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to involve a layer of luck, or at least a mistake to be made from the others. But hold on, right now, Odisha on the attack. The interception was key though, and this is why it's so scary to play against these Northeast United boys on the co-op right now. On the attack, getting it to Ronaldinho. Very direct once again, not really looking for the build-up. The player is running, the through ball is through, and very
there you go. This is where, the roulette, and the player getting in the way, and okay. Getting bumped off the ball twice, I think less by design and more by physics.
Yeah.
Well, a bit of a lucky escape over there. You can see that Northeast United FC very keen to get in behind and fairly coordinated on attack as well. They picking out the right passes so far. But almost 20 minutes played. So far, no real meaningful attack from Odisha FC. We see a ball played in behind, but that is offside. All the pressure is coming from the team in white right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Northeast United FC maintaining this tempo in their favor, but this interception is key from that free kick. Gets the ball to Odisha, and from what we've seen, they are going to just look to control the ball, but the interceptions and the pressure has been
There you go.
very, very good for Northeastern. Yeah, you go.
Yeah,
Another
that's
example.
been a hallmark of their co-op play since day one. Like the particularly the way they use the midfielders to intercept the balls. They're very rarely relying on the defenders to do the actual defending. They're using their Gullits and their Vieiras and their Zidans in those positions to get the job done for them. You see again there Vieira hounding down Gullit and always never leaving more than 1 or 2 meters between the two players. You see over there, creating almost a cage around those attacking midfielders to not allow them to get through. But hang on, they've managed to get in behind over here. That's a good ball in, and ooh,
Wow.
keeper getting there. I just wonder though, he went for the timed header and got it wrong. I wonder if he had actually just gone for a regular header, if Mbappe would have actually made it there.
Yeah, especially because the keeper himself had to stretch quite a distance to get there. But unfortunately, not working out right now. The ball given to Maradona. But again, good defense from Odisha FC boys. We are seeing a very high-pitched midfield battle right here with Northeast United definitely able to control the possession, but still not able to transfer that pressure into the final third and get something through. Ronaldinho, though.
Yeah, he loves that getting Ronaldinho in that position. I think that's offside. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, every time that ball comes into Ronaldinho in the middle, just be prepared for potential fireworks because he loves that ball fired into him just outside the box. Usually go for a roulette or a little. We saw the flick over the top using Ronaldo in the last game. And
Wow.
a very early ball played over there. That's excellent. A great call by whoever made that. And now he's got Ronaldinho in the box. Will he go for the shot straight at the keeper? Went near post, and of course Van der Sar covering his angles perfectly. But alarm bells slowly starting to ring. I think the referee will book Van der Sar at this rate for the amount of time wasting that's happening. But yeah, well, that actually doesn't happen in the game. But if I were the referee, I would be telling him to hurry up a little bit. And considering the referee doesn't really add any of that to extra time, so does look at this moment that Odisha might be content with a draw. What do you think?
I mean, I definitely understand the mentality for the points, but too early, I feel like, to settle for a draw just yet. At least maybe around the 70, 80 minute mark, I imagine them starting to think that, especially because given the way the Northeast United boys are, they're not going to let go of chances.
Oh, I think just delayed that. The shot needed to come first time because they brought the keeper out very, very nice and early. And I think if he had just seen that keeper coming, he could have even just gone for a chip or just done a ball roll to get around the keeper. But for now, Odisha FC hanging on in there. They have possession of the ball. It's still 0-0, so anything's possible.
Definitely, and we're nearing that halftime mark, so Odisha trying to control the ball so they get the last attack. But again, as you mentioned, those midfielders, those giants in Vieira and Gullit, so damn good. Hold on,
and there you
gap
go.
created, and finally the defense gets to play.
There you go. It's halftime. And more discussion from Northeast United FC guys. I think they're fairly chilled out when it comes to defending because they know their roles over there. But in attack is where they've struggled. Usually it's taken them like scoring that first goal and then the floodgates start to open as the gaps appear. But when they're trying to break down a defense that's compact, that's well oiled, it's been a bit difficult. And over here, you see, no, I think the keeper would have got it anyway, irrespective of whether the header was timed or not. Here we see Ronaldinho getting in and taking the shot at the near post. But yeah, you can see the Imad saying, okay, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. We're creating chances. We're the team in the ascendancy right now. And it's 10 seconds to go before we kick off for the second half. Well, maybe less than 10 seconds. But taking those tactical changes right to the last second immediately now with panic quitting those menus to make sure everything is saved as we resume for the second half. It is 0-0. Oh, the changes clearly did not get saved, so I guess he has to do it all over again. You can see the bit of a snigger from him over there, saying, "Oops, got to do that all again."
So the Odisha FC boys are like, guys, we are wasting time only in the game. These guys are wasting time outside the game. But hey, Right now, I think I'm curious to see what tactical changes are brought about by either team. Definitely, the long balls, that's something Odisha need to answer. But for the side of Northeast United FC, I feel like you don't need as many changes, just a lot more creativity in the attacking side, which they have found, especially towards the latter stage of the first half.
Yeah, and I mean for them it's just about finding that perfect opening, that right opening, and maybe they can make it happen. But it looks like yeah, I think the well, let's see what's happening over there. Either it's a very long tactical change or maybe some kind of a tech glitch. We'll find out eventually as the players now. Nice to see a little bit of banter across the tables, a little bit of joking around. Mufu, of course, in no mood to joke. He's just staring intently at his screen and wants to get on with things as you would do. I mean, it's usually in these circumstances, it's the waiting that kills you, right? You just want to
Yeah.
get into that game, get into the zone immediately, and the waiting can have an impact on your game. Sometimes you can lose a little bit of concentration, lose a little bit of focus, lose a little bit of rhythm in your play, and hopefully we'll have this resolved as soon as possible.
Yeah, and we'll have to see how exactly uh, Odisha really comes out to answer, because what I think we've really missed from them, and I think it's much harder, of course, to replicate in co-op, is the consistency with which Shubham was controlling the ball. Now, because it's co-op, you can see Imad and Mufu able to close down one or two more passing lanes than Mufu was able to do in his 1v1, and that really is limiting them. And it brings us back to Dugal in game one, where when he was getting intercepted again and again by Imad, he did not have an answer. So I wonder in co-op, can they together come up with an answer perhaps?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably going to be down to Shubham to just sort of use that individual skill, and like
Yeah.
we saw with Saransh earlier, like we saw in our last game, of being that person to take the initiative and create the opening
Hmm.
for the teammate who's maybe not quite able to do that. And that's actually the benefit that co-op gives you. If you've got one player who's not that individually good, not that great with his skill moves or whatever, you have a second person who can take over the reins over there.
Yeah, exactly. And it also helps you bifurcate your responsibilities very, very well. Like, for example, what we heard in from the Chennai NFC boys was the idea that after halftime, Saransh took upon the responsibility. You know what? I'm going to play make. Just get yourself in the right position for the opportunity that eventually does come up. And I think that's where Dugal really needs to step up. Yes, we do expect Shubham to be the one taking the initiative and creating the plays, but if he is to do that, he needs his teammate ready. But for now, let's head over to a quick uh, video for you guys while we get this co-op game set up.
My name is Imad Jamil Ahmed and I'm from Bangalore. I'm 21 years old.
I'm Mufaddal Burhani from Surat. I'm 18 and I'm going to be representing
Northeast United FC. I hope I can make the fans and the club proud.
I started watching football 10 years back. I fell in love with the game watching Ronaldinho play.
The passion started 3 years ago when I started watching FC Barcelona matches and highlights.
And I wanted to represent that on the virtual pitch. I think we can win this tournament with hard work and the support of our fans.
Watch us and support us in the streams and we will not disappoint you guys.
All right, wait, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this eISL matchup between Odisha FC and Northeast United FC. It has been a tense game so far, and we're in the second half. 1-1 on the match scoreline, Azim, and 0-0 on the scorecards. One goal can take it all away.
Yeah, it is good. I think it's pretty much going to come down to one goal right now as we kick off. Of course, ignore the timer on top. We've had the first half played, but a bit of a glitch meant that we need to do the second half from the start. So, still going to be just the one half of football, and the result will still be the end result of the game. So, for now, it is Odisha FC who have the ball, and let's see what they can do with it. Of course, they will have a few refreshed players with full stamina, so maybe that'll factor into things as well.
We'll have to see with this
Oh,
now.
okay, that's a little trick over there. Didn't quite work out, and for now, let's see now if Mufu can get his strict game going. We see a pause that has been queued by Odisha FC. Maybe some kind of setting change that they're not happy with, or a formation change that they need to make. But no need for
Oh,
these guys to hang about in Northeast United FC. They're going to do their job and wait for the change to happen whenever it happens. And going for that ball in behind, that's well played.
ah,
But again, well defended. They're just so good on defense, these
yeah.
Northeast United FC boys. And now they need to make that attack count, and they found a
Oh.
great ball in behind. He's got Maradona, he's got Pele running through. He's found the little dink over to him.
Oh, wow.
Oh, a lovely back heel, and just I think loss of composure over there, because I'm not quite sure what that was from Ronaldinho.
I swear he could have just maybe run and tried a finesse, or maybe then look for a skill or something of that regard. But potentially just surprised by that back heel, just like we were.
Yeah.
Right now, though, the tempo and the ball with Odisha FC trying to set up a 1-2 real quick with Mbappe,
Oh,
but
and
the player box his own player. Oh no.
yeah, but no harm done. They still have the ball, and yeah, you can see it's working
Oh,
out well. And
whoa!
oh, that's off the post. That was
Oh
incredible
my.
skill. And we said just before halftime that it was probably going to be a moment of skill that would decide this. Now we've got Vieira running down the flanks and slowed down again. And good ball in behind. I think he is onside. We've got Ronaldo 9 over there with a lovely bridge. Surely a cutback and a goal here. And it is Ronaldinho. And again, you have to feel for Odisha FC coming so close, hitting the post, and within a matter of seconds find themselves one goal down.
Oh, that's gotta hurt, and especially like we've seen this so many times. We know how the momentum shifts after a series of plays like that. The beautiful skill roulette to get the shot, but just not work out. And props to be given to Northeast United FC, not missing a beat immediately, going back on
Have a
the
look at
attack.
that. Was that
Yeah.
a shot or was it a pass? I can't really tell.
I think it might have been a scenario where he mashed a couple of buttons together. It looked like a driven pass to me.
This
But-
was, that deserved a goal. That was so
Yeah.
good. And then absolute sucker punch. A great little bridge over there and that's what we've been talking about. Finding that variation, that
Yeah.
something that changes the regular formula of getting to the byline and doing the cutback, because everyone knows, and I think it was Mufu who scored that goal. So, 1-0 to Northeast United FC, just about 25 or 30 minutes in game for them to hold on to it. Well, a bit longer than that, about 35 minutes.
Yeah, and with cutbacks in co-op, it works two ways, right? Of course, you have that extra player to make a forward run and get in front of the defender, but you also have the extra defender, so it comes down to execution purely. I feel like which team has the better synergy on attack or defense, whichever side they're on. But right now, the Odisha FC boys looking to push back immediately, but so far...
That's a bit of a risk. And okay, now they got that pass all wrong. And I have to say that the bridge that he used over there, that little skill, is actually probably one of the most effective skills you can use in that scenario, because it basically puts your body in the middle of the defender and the ball, and while keeping you moving at the same time. So it's very hard to really defend against that, particularly in that situation. And he's gone for a... You know what? I think he was looking to get that all the way across to the far post, because Maradona was wide open. Didn't quite put enough power onto it. And now it's pretty frantic. Again, for people who have just joined, don't be fooled by the 23-minute counter. This is actually the second half that we're playing. And getting that shot away, but not quite. And will they go for a short corner? Will they try something different? We see Ronaldo running back into the box. And he's got the run on the defender, and he's got the goal. That's brilliantly worked. A superb set piece there from Odisha FC. They played that to perfection. They made it seem. As Ronaldo checked the time, the watches have stopped, and you should check the time, because not much left. I mean, just half of the half left to go. And you have to say that's a brilliantly worked set piece because they dummied it and they said, okay, you know, we're coming short, and then suddenly
Yeah.
just sprinting back, and suddenly the defense all over the place and a perfect run. Look at that. Look at the run he gets. Like, the timing on this is absolute precision. And a wonderful header into the corner. And you can see that with the fist bump. It's something that they've worked on for sure in their practice. And let's go, says Duggal. 1-1 it is, and all to play for still with just about 30 game minutes left.
Yeah, and these set pieces become so crucial in these co-op games because you have the opportunity to make those manual runs without needing to trigger them yourself. So it's very nice to see teams already working on them. But right now we've got a change. I believe Maradona has gone off, and it's a time for the new Argentinian wonder boy to come on. We'll see what Messi can do.
Yeah, and it's a time, I think, for a finesse shot the moment he gets an opportunity, because I think that's Imad who's made that. Hold on, this great skill, gets the corner. Let's see if Northeast United FC have any kind of routines up their sleeve. Gullit left wide open over there, and he's probably going to win that header. Nope, well defended, and not much to counter attack with, but they've given the ball straight back to them, and now if he finds the right pass, actually deciding to slow it down a little bit. Just 15 minutes in game left, and he's found Ronaldo, blocked off by Cafu, and now Northeast United FC switching to the left flank. I wouldn't be surprised to see a switch now to the opposite flank, straight to Lionel Messi. There you go. Oh, hang on. Oh my goodness, just over that top corner. Very close, putting a little too much. Maybe you needed a time finish for that to actually work out. But, oh, hang on. They've given it straight back. Has to pass it. Surely it's going to be Messi. And what a save from Van der Sar. That's incredible. That is absurd, that save. It's so good.
Yeah.
And offside, I don't know if it was the previous shot. I don't think it was the first shot that was offside. Maybe the rebound. But wow.
Oh, and giving the ball away again, the pressure continuously mounting. Northeast United trying to get that goal in, put the nail in the coffin, because you have to remember, even though it says 35, it's actually 85. We've barely, actually 80. We barely got 10 minutes left, and these players need to give it their all, otherwise all they're going to get is 1 point.
There you go. That's where he wants Messi in that position. He's just, you can see both players going to close him down, but that will also open up opportunities for people on the other side. So could be a smart tactic. If you don't have the pressure, you take the shot. If you do have the pressure, you know you're being double teamed, and you're going to have an additional pass available for you to make.
Is definitely running out, and we're going to have to try to see them use that. And as you said, it's very smart, like the way they're able to create space, but at the same time, the Odisha FC boys are most likely expecting that same thing. So we'll have to see how they're able to find a moment of brilliance, because I honestly think that's the only thing that can help us turn this match around right now. Equally matched at each other's necks. These teams are giving it all they got. One of these players are going to have to come up with a miracle, like something special.
Oh, and could it be something special from Ronaldinho? Going left, going right, shot fake, puts the ball in. Now will it be Ronaldo to take the shot? It's Gullit. Goes for the finesse with Gullit. Bottom corner saved by Van der Sar, and now do they have something special from the corner? It looks like it's just going to be a standard short corner. It is Ronaldinho now.
Cross?
Looking for the cross surely, but I think that additional touch was, you can see desperation over there, just trying. He wouldn't have minded just even taking a red card over there. And hang on, he's got Pele in over here, and if he plays this right, this could be the win. No, it's last ditch defending. That's going to be a corner, but hang on, corners is what Odisha FC seem to specialize in, and unfortunately they can't bring the keeper up right now, but that would be, I mean, this would have been the ideal time. Again, they're going for the same thing, or are they? They're trying to switch it around a little bit.
Oh, they've
going short this time. Yeah, they've dummied them. Ball in from Gullit. It is
Oh!
Ronaldo, and it's past
Oh
the
my!
post.
You can see it in
Almost
their
set
faces
piece
too.
perfection again. They are so good at these corners. It's incredible. And finally, as the sweat is wiped off the brows, match ends as a draw. And the curse is, well, actually, the caster's curse was that we always had a result. But this time it has been drawn. The final summary, Imad Rocks winning with 4-0, Mufu Burani losing to Shubham with 2-1, and Imad again getting, I think, the goal for them, and then that incredible set-piece routine to get the goal. So, yeah, an incredible match, marred by a few delays here and there, but I think well worth it for the drama in the end.
I mean, especially considering the fact that last minute set piece almost worked out. You could see the disappointment in the faces of the Odisha FC boys, but props to be given to both of the teams here. What an intense battle between both of them, and I just want to see how they keep progressing. But yeah, like there is these moments of brilliance that every single player was able to exhibit. Of course, Mufu and Imad, we've seen them before, but for the Odisha FC boys, it was a moment to try and prove it. And I think Shubham especially stepped up to the plate and established himself as a player to watch out and be terrified against when you do play against Odisha FC. So we'll have to see if Dougal as well can find that same level of performance going forward, because their co-op game did look considerably better than his individual game.
Yeah, and of course, plenty of time for Dougal to work on his game. Only 2 games played, so not the worst result for Odisha FC. This one was a brilliant corner routine. The timing of the run is so brilliant over there. It's so hard to actually pull that off and coordinate it perfectly. And you can see there, Dougal pumped up, very excited about that. And they came so close, didn't they? That one, I think maybe just clipping the crossbar on its way out. And that final corner as well. This one, again, that incredible save from Van der Sar. So it was very end to end. Both teams actually had the chances to steal it. We saw this one again, Ruud Gullit taking the shot. Unfortunately, not Messi in that situation from the Northeast United FC POV. And again, coming close over here, that last minute corner. And the different routine where they saw the first routine, okay, these guys have got it covered, so let's try something else. And worked out almost to perfection. That ball just hung in the air for an eternity, and you had Ronaldo there, a whisker away from that far corner. And probably, I think on reflection, a fair result at the end of it. 1-1. I mean, 1 point to the victors. To the drawers. 1 point each. And win, draw. Probably the fairest result. And I think Odisha will be reasonably happy with that overall.
Yeah, definitely, because at least it gets them, it gets their points opened. They are able to get themselves on the board, and they're able to get themselves off of that bottom mark. A couple of teams still at the 0. So Odisha, yes, they will not be satisfied entirely, perhaps, because they were so close to that finish line. But I think, given, as you said, that this is just their second match, they have plenty of matches on the opponents on top of them on the leaderboard. They'll be like, you know what, we'll take this and we'll keep working.
Yeah. And let's quickly take a look at the hero of the match. I wonder who it's going to be, and it is Imad. I think that makes sense. All 4 goals that he scored in his game, 4 great goals, you have to say. I mean, maybe the last 2 goals were counter-attacks, but that beautiful Messi finesse shot for the third one. And I think thoroughly deserved, was very dominant over Dougal in his game. Let's have a look at them over here. This was, I think, the first one, which was well worked. Nice little bit of innovation over there with the slightly chipped passes. Then over here, winning that penalty, a bit of desperation from Dougal over there. This one was an absolute peach. Working the opportunity. Ooh, into the corner, you beauty. And this one, simple ball over the top. Just a simple pass, and Messi again with that second goal. 2 goals coming off the bench, a good result for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Messi really being the super sub for us this week, and getting those points clearly for both of the teams. But let's take a look at the leaderboard itself, see where Odisha have gotten themselves from that 1 point. So as you can see, ATK Mohan Bagan, unfortunately the only team left on that 0 point mark. Odisha able to get 1 point for themselves, whereas on the other side, Northeast United FC now coming up to the 4th position with the 1 draw point. So definitely looking like they're continuously progressing upwards.
Yeah, and I mean, this table is just so close because, you know, the top 6 teams have all played 5 and 4 games. Hyderabad, Mumbai City FC yet to play 2 games. They're going to be right up in the mix. And SC is Bengal, and Odisha FC, of course, has a few games to catch up, but I'm sure we'll be seeing them very soon.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see all 4 of those teams, because they have to face off against each other, so only half of them will be able to likely make up to the top. But it will put us in a situation where almost 5 to 6 teams at the top of the table are fighting. But hey, for now, let's go quickly over to Imad, who we have on for a quick chat with us. And hey Imad, congratulations for the hero of the match, and for a brilliant individual, and of course a very close co-op game altogether. So how are you feeling after that?
First of all, thank you guys. It was a great game, I guess. I think everything clicked in and worked for me in my individual game. Co-op, though, I was a little bit disappointed, but we made our chances. They got a nice set piece goal, and yeah, it was very unfortunate we didn't score more.
Yeah, I mean, you had a lot of big chances in your co-op game to score a couple of, I think, really great saves. I think that Van der Sar pulled off one incredible save towards the end, and the last set piece, which was on the final play of the game, like how worried were you about that when that ball floated in, about it just creeping into that far corner?
Very, to be honest, because we just saw how they scored the first one, and we were very cautious on like how to defend it, and they almost scored, which was we know what to look out for next time.
Yeah, and I have to say that your defense overall has been, particularly in co-op games, has been spectacular. I think you've only conceded two goals so far. What's the secret? What do you guys really work on when you all are defending?
We just keep it simple, we wait for them to do the skills, fancy stuff, because like it's expected what they're going to do, and we're just patient. And it's all thanks to my teammate Mufaddal. He's taught me how to defend in these coming weeks, and yeah.
I mean, it's been very exciting to watch you guys, and I'm excited to see a lot more. You're fourth on the table now, and I'm sure it will be an upward journey moving forward. So good luck for the rest, and congratulations once again for the hero of the match. We'll catch you later.
Thank you, guys.
You heard it. Mufu teaching Imad how to defend is not what I expected, but hey, whatever they're able to give each other, that much the better.
Yeah, and quickly before we end today, this is of course the eISL powered by Coca-Cola with our associate sponsor Hero, esports sponsor partner Nodwin Gaming, and platform partner PlayStation. And thank you once again for tuning in to another amazing day of the eISL. From CA and me, we are signing out for the day, and we will see you soon. Take care.
Bye.